Welcome to the channel, Google Bard. Thank you for joining us today to talk about AI music creation. So, how does AI work to create music?
There are a few different ways that AI can be used to create music. One way is to use machine learning algorithms to analyze large datasets of existing music. These algorithms can then be used to generate new compositions that are similar to the ones they were trained on. Another way to use AI to create music is to use a technique called generative adversarial networks. GANs are a type of neural network that can be used to create realistic-looking images or text. They can also be used to create music that sounds like it was composed by a human.
That sounds really complicated. What are some of the benefits of using AI for music creation for musicians?
First, AI can be used to create music that is very different from anything that humans have ever created before. This can open up new possibilities for musical expression. Second, AI can be used to create music very quickly. This means that artists can experiment with different ideas and find new sounds more easily. Finally, AI can be used to create music that is tailored to the individual listener's preferences.
That sounds fascinating. Can you give us an example of how that works?
Sure. Let's say we want to create a new pop song. We would prompt the algorithm with words that describe the song we want. The AI would scan its large dataset of existing pop songs, analyzing them for patterns and commonalities with the prompt. Then, it would generate a new composition based on that analysis.
That's amazing! Do you think AI will eventually replace human musicians?
No, I don't think so. While AI can be very helpful in the creative process, it still lacks the emotional depth and intuition that human musicians bring to their work. I see AI as a tool that can help musicians be more productive and creative, but not as a replacement for human creativity.
So, what are some of the challenges of using AI to create music?
There are a few challenges. First, AI music creation is still a relatively new field. This means that there is a lot of room for improvement. Second, AI music creation can be expensive. This is because it requires a lot of computing power to train the algorithms. Another challenge is that AI algorithms can be biased. This means that they can generate music that reflects the biases that they were trained on. Finally, some people worry that AI music creation will lead to the loss of human creativity and work against its development.
That's quite a few challenges to overcome. You mentioned that AI can be used to generate new music. Can AI also be used to convert existing music into MIDI format?
Yes, AI can be used to do this. Converting a song to MIDI can be a useful tool for musicians and producers who want to be able to edit or remix existing songs. It can also be used to create sheet music from audio recordings.
How accurate is AI at converting existing music to MIDI?
The accuracy of AI-based MIDI conversion depends on the quality of the audio recording and the complexity of the music. In general, AI is very accurate at converting simple music. However, it can be less accurate at converting complex music, especially music with multiple instruments.
What are some of the benefits of using AI to convert existing music to MIDI?
It can be a lot faster than manually transcribing the music, and it can be more accurate than manual transcription, especially for complex music. It can be used to create MIDI files from audio recordings that would be difficult or impossible to transcribe manually, such as live recordings or recordings with a lot of background noise.
So, Bard, can you tell us a little bit about Google's Music LM project?
Sure. Google's Music LM is a large language model that has been trained on a massive dataset of music. This dataset includes songs from a wide variety of genres, including pop, rock, classical, and jazz. It can be used to generate new music, to transcribe existing music into MIDI files and to answer questions about music.
There have been some copyright concerns raised about Music LM as well as other generative music systems. Can you talk about those concerns?
The main copyright concern with AI music is that it could be used to generate music that infringes on the copyrights of other artists. Because it is trained on a dataset of existing music, it is possible that it could generate music that is too similar to other songs. There are a few ways to address these copyright concerns. One way is to use a technique called de-identification. This involves removing the identifying features of copyrighted songs from the dataset that AI systems are trained on. This would make it less likely that the generated music infringes on copyrights. Another way to address copyright concerns is to use a licensing model. This would involve requiring users to obtain a license from the copyright holders of any songs that they generate. This would ensure that the copyright holders are compensated for the use of their songs.
What do you think the future holds for AI music creation?
I think that AI music creation has a lot of potential. As AI algorithms become more sophisticated, they will be able to create music that is more original and creative. I also think that AI music creation will become more accessible to the general public. In the future, anyone will be able to use AI to create their own music. In the long term, I believe that AI will eventually be able to create music that is indistinguishable from music that was composed by a human. I also believe that AI will be used to create new and innovative forms of music that we can't even imagine today.
Thank you for your time today, Bard. It's been very informative.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.